People make judgments based on their first impressions, and that isn't a moral failing on their part, it's just a natural part of being human. The unfortunate thing is that judgment usually happens before you even have a chance to open your mouth. Maybe you're one of the most pious, religious people, but people assume that you're a Hell's Angel because you're covered in tattoos. They want to put you in an easily defined box based on stereotypes to affirm their own worldviews.
So you're telling me she looks like that and is a genius? You know, the rules aren't gonna like this.
People from all parts of your life will make assumptions about who you are and your abilities without giving you a chance to show them otherwise. While it can be hard to fight against what people tell you, you can't let other people decide who you are. And there is one character that shows us how much pushback we can receive when we go against the grain. So get ready to bend and snap, because this is Media Philosophy exploring the deeper side of societal pressure with Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde centers around Elle Woods, who goes to law school for, albeit questionable motives at first, but she gets virtually no support from anyone.
And it isn't for a lack of smarts, but because
I'm too blonde?
People take one look at her and think trophy wife or bimbo, even though she's a caring, driven individual. And it's not even random strangers that just put her into boxes, as it starts at home.
Our parents are usually our first major influence. Their words and opinions carry a lot of weight as we grow up with their expectations. In a sense, they sort of program us, so it can be hard to go against them.
Maybe we want to pursue something creative and they don't support it, or we have an idea that they think is dumb. When Elle talks to her parents about going to law school, they instantly shoot her down.
Oh, sweetheart, you don't need law school. Law school's for people who are boring and ugly and serious.
If she would have listened to them, she probably would have ended up as one of Jeff Bezos' arm pieces.
The most dangerous thing about parents is that they think they know us better than we know ourselves. Yeah, their intentions are usually good, but at the end of the day, we need to live our own life. And parents aren't the only sphere of influence we need to worry about.
Once Elle gets into law school, she is ostracized right from the get-go by her peers. Sure, her resume isn't as impressive as some of the others, but they all made it to the same place. And before getting to know her, they make an assumption about her values.
You know, if you had come to a rush party, I would have at least been nice to you.
Oh, is that before you voted against me and then called me a dyke behind my back?
They decided that she doesn't belong without giving it a second thought. Peer groups are very influential. Humans are social creatures that crave acceptance. We'll even morph our personalities if it means having a shot to being a part of the in crowd. How many times have you pretended to be into a TV show or a certain type of music just because your friends are? And even worse, have you ever lost a friend once you revealed the truth? If we're too busy trying to conform to the group, we may miss out on a chance to really find out who we are.
Being stereotyped by our peers can be extra painful, because we often judge ourselves based on our peers. If everyone in our jobs or classes looks or acts a certain way, then we might think there's something wrong with us for not meeting their standards.
Elle probably would have given up on herself if it wasn't for her sorority sisters. True friends accept the real you. They don't put you in a box. Instead, they encourage you to be your authentic self. Elle's sisters may not have understood why she did what she was doing, but they supported her anyways, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Vote for Elle!
Ladies.
We trust that people in positions of power will have a level head, but they can be full of their own biases as well. And this can be the worst because, unlike parents or peers, these are folks that can actually impede opportunity.
When Elle applied to Harvard Law, she met all the qualifications. Great GPA, passing LSATs, extracurricular activities. But the person in charge of making the decision looked for any reason to discount her.
She also designed a line of faux fur panties for her sorority's charity project.
Uh-huh. She's a friend to the animals as well as a philanthropist.
Why? Because she was the head of a sorority instead of the chess club? Her entire story could have stopped right here because one guy couldn't look past her bikini line. And this is a dangerous reflection on the real-world consequences for your appearance. Maybe you have a visible tattoo or just one too many ear piercings. Even if they don't say anything about your ability or work ethic, you might be perceived negatively.
Whatever the case may be, if the hiring director perceives you as being either unqualified or unprofessional, you're going to have to work way harder to prove yourself.
And even when she did get into school, it was almost ruined by her one teacher who just saw her as a sex object instead of a budding lawyer. Luckily, there were a few people that recognized her effort and not just her looks. You have to seek out and find those mentors that see you for you and not write you off because of your hairstyle. Elle succeeded because she embraced who she is. Not letting others define who she is allowed her to excel and specialize in a niche field. She was unapologetically into what she was into, the law and fashion, and proved that the two weren't mutually exclusive. Someone might tell you that there's no way you can be into rap and anime, but if we have the wherewithal to ignore the haters, then we might find that our true selves and interests blend into something incredible. Elle proves that with competence and courage, we can enter into any industry without looking conventional.
Letting other people define us hurts our sense of self. Whether it's our parents, peers, or people in power, we know ourselves better than anybody else. And while it can be hard to ignore outside influences because, let's face it, other people's thoughts and opinions do matter. But oftentimes, they just see a surface level version of you. They want to categorize you to confirm their own simplistic view of the world. And while it might not be easy, developing your own sense of self will lead to its own fulfillment. This is Media Philosophy, exploring the deeper side of entertainment.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to high-five the tree.